Hi, my name is Hamid. I'm instructor at ASM Educational Center. We are located in Rockford, Maryland. Our website is www.asmed.com and our phone number is 301-984-7400. Today I'm going to talk about Amazon AWS EFS, Elastic File System with Elastic Load Balancing. Okay, so that's what I'm going to talk about, what EFS is also. So let me tell you what we have in these pictures. What we have a one VPC I created on region Northern Virginia 10.0.0.16. I have one public subnet 10.0.10/0/24. They have another public subnet 10.0.3.0/24. Later on we're gonna boot up Amazon AMI. We're gonna call it EFS East 1A and EFS East 1C. One is going to be US East 1A and US 1C. But before you do that, let me show you what some conceptual stuff. Okay, so we're going to talk about elastic file system. That's a keyword, elastic. EFS is a storage option for EC2 that can be attached to more than one EC2. Remember that volume, when we create a volume, we can only attach to one EC2 at a time. But EFS allow you to attach more than one EC2, which we're going to see that. We're going to mount into the two Amazon AMI. EFS is just elastic. What does that mean? It is scalable. That's very important. The storage capacity will increase or decrease as you add a file. So it is not like volume that you start, for example, by 30 gigabytes. Okay. So what that means, what I'm saying that, like when I create the EC2 instance, regular instance, if I want to add a volume, I ask me what the size is, like 30 gigabyte. But EFS is not like that. We don't start from the size, okay? It is what? Elastic. It supports the network file system version 4 NFS 4 protocol. You only pay for storage you use. No provision requirement. You can scale up to petabytes. So what that means, let's say when you start something, see when you start EC2, if you use volume, if you use like, for example, 50 gigabytes, if you use half of that, you get charged for 50 gigabytes. If you use less than that, you get 50. But the way that EFS works, you pay as you go. So it starts something, then you grow and grow. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to lab here. I'm going to do a lab to make sure I understand that. In here, we're going to have a two EC2 instance. One for each subnet. We're going to create those EC2 instance and different available zone. Then we will create EFS and mount it on one of these EC2. I will boot out Amazon AMI and then install Apache Web Server. We're going to see that, and one of the EC2 will create index.html, and we will use it with the second EC2, and then we will test it via Elastic Load Balancer, and we will see our homepage, our website. So what I'm going to do first, I'll go to AWS and click on new EFS. Okay, I'm going to choose my VPC, which is right here. Then I'm going to choose two subnet, 2 and 3. In this case, going to be 2 others. I'm going to choose these guys. Make sure you want to pick correct security group. Here I pick a RDP and then also default security, which I'm going to set up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Amazon AWS. I go to console first. Okay, so I'm right here. I go to services right here. There's something called what? EFS. If I type in EFS, see? Okay, right here. Oops, EFS. I'm sorry about that. EFS means manage file storage for EC2. I'm going to click that. You get this beginning. I'm going to say what? Create what? File system. Okay. So that's what we're going to do right now. So first thing you want to do, you want to pick right VPC. A bunch of VPC, but I want to pick VPC, which is 10.0.0.16. Okay. As soon as I do that, then I have to pick up the public. See, these are public subnet. This is private. So I don't want this one. Okay. So I'm public right here, 10.0.0.10, and that's different zones, available zone, and this is 10.3.0. So these are both public. Okay. Now this is a default security group. Then you click here. Also, I want to pick something with what? As RDP and SSH. Okay. So when I go back, I'm going to go back to EC2 right here. I just want to show you that I'm going to open new link. I'm right now EC2. Okay, when I come down to security, a bunch of security group here, I already have that, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick probably this one as an inbound. So I want to do HTTP, RDP, okay? And let's see, the one has SSH. Okay, this one, it has a RDP, all of that, and this one. So this one has SSH, all of the HTTP and ping. So I'm going to pick the ones called SSH right here, okay? So I'm going to pick this security, and the security C3B51, okay? So I'll go back here, click here, and look at the CB file. This one, and CB51 right here. The key is you gotta make sure put same security group here, and later on we have to be careful for security group. Don't forget, make a mistake here, okay? So you want to pick a default and that, otherwise you might get a problem too. Then I'm going to say next step. Okay, now when you come right here, let's go back to my notes. Okay, I do that. Then I'm going to give it the name EFS website. Leave the default and click next. So the name, I'm going to call, type in what? EFS website. Okay, that's it. The RAM, I'm going to leave it as the performance general purpose default, and I'm not going to encrypt that. So I'm going to say next step. Okay, now here you're going to review everything. Again, we have what? Have a resume 1A and what? 1C. And this is on right here, and these are my security group. We have a default security group and SSH. Okay. Then we're going to create what? File system. As this is going to happen, we're just going to wait. So right now it's provisioning. So it's a success, that's good. Okay, but right now see, it says creating. So we have to make sure when we come back, this is have been finished. All right. The next thing I want to do, I'll go back to my notes again. Now it should be creating EFS. When it is finished, it will show what? Available. Now what I do, I go to EC2 and create two EC2 with Amazon AWS and call it EFS East 1A and B and C. Put the first EC2, which is called that, inside the subnet 1 and that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to go back to my console. I'm going back to right here, go back to EC2. Okay, run instance, there's nothing. Okay, I'm going to launch instance, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick Amazon AMI right here. Okay, I'm going to pick this guy, select, next, that's it. T2 micro, next. Here is one. First, I'm going to be careful. You're going to pick up what? Network 10 right here, 0016. Then I'm going to put in number what? 1 first. So make sure put 1. Make sure this is enabled. Okay, so I put number 1. Add storage. Okay. Now here, see that? This is the default. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. Now look at this. When I add volume, if I add this volume, if I create this one, and this one only can be attached to this EC2 instance. I cannot attach same one to another EC2. But we will see that this is different for what? For EBS, I can add only one volume. But EFS is different, okay? So now I'm going to go with that. Add tag. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to call that, this one, I'm going to call that right here. I'm going to call that what? EFS East 1A for simplicity. Okay, so I'm going to say EFS dash East 1A. Configure security group. Now here, be careful. You gotta make sure you use the same security group as what we did for other one. So I want to pick SSH right here. Be careful, which shows right here. SSH. Okay. Then I want to pick what? The default security group, which we have right here. Then I'm going to review. Okay. And this is, it's open to the public, all that good stuff, because I didn't change it. I put any, that's no problem. And review and launch. Okay. Now I'm going to create a new keeper. Okay. Let's say I had that, but let me go create that. I'm going to create new keeper, and I call that EFS keeper, and I'm giving today's date, which is 10/28. Okay. Then I'm going to download this one, EFS keeper. So it's going to be right here. I'm going to launch, and then I'm going to view instance. So right now my instance is booting up. Now I'm going to take this showing folder, right? I'm going to copy this. That's .pm is copy, and I'm going to put it on my folder. I have my notes right here. So for Amazon, right here. Okay, I'm going to put it right here because later on I need that one. So that's .pm is. Don't forget that's .pm. All right. So that's for that one. So now we'll go to EC2, and I create two EC2. So I got to do another same process, but I want to put in what? Subnet what? Tree. But the name, I'm going to give it this name. So let me copy this, copy that. I go back to my EC2 launch instance. Same thing again. Amazon AMI, select T2 macro. Then I'm going to pick again network 10.0.0. Now here I want to pick what? This one, EC1 what? C. Okay, that's public subnet. Okay, this is I want to make sure this is enabled. Sorry about that. Add storage. I'm going to pick same thing, default. Okay, add tag name. So I'm typing EFS, right? Is what? 1C. Okay. Next, here again, you want to make sure you pick what? Correct what? Secure group. One is going to be SSH. Make sure you do that, otherwise it might not work. It has to be same security group. SSH and that. Review. Then what? Launch. I'm going to use what? The keeper I just created to the EFS keeper. That I acknowledge I have that, and launch. Then I go down, view what? Instances. So these are running. Okay. Now, what are we going to do next? We go to back. No, make sure that you use the same security as above, which will be that. Now I will SSH to first instance EFS is 1, and here we will use keygen to create a what? .pks. Since my key was in format .pm. Again, if you look at my notes, the way I download that. See, when I go to here, the one right here is .pm is. That's not good. So what do we have to do? We have to change this to what? Dot something else. .pk. Okay. So in order to do that, you have to use what? I cannot use putty yet. I have to use putty gen. Okay. I'm going to double click this. Then I'm going to what? Load. I'm going to go to my key, the nodes I have, EFS node right here. Then the key, make sure to change this to all files. So I can see .pm. I'm going to open. Okay, here, successfully do that. It says that successfully have done that. Then it says that to use this key with the putty, you need to use what? Save. I have to save what? Private key. This is my private command. So I'm going to say okay. Now you have two choices. I can put a password here or put nothing. I'll just put nothing here for now. Save what? Private what? Key. You say, are you sure you want to save it without a password? So I say yes. Now this one, I'm going to say EFS same thing, but it's going to be dot what? I'm going to save as dot ppk. Save. Okay. Now, what you want to do, I want to make sure I can SSH to what? To this Amazon AWS. I go back to here. Now let's go back to my services right here. I go back to my EFS. I click this guy, and then I come down. I say right now both is available, which is good. Remember, both was not available. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to SSH to my what? Machine. In order to SSH, I have to get what? The public IP address I have. So I'm going to go back here to EC2. I'm going to go to this one, and I'm going to 1A. This is my public IP address right here. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Let me see first I can ping that. Ping. Paste. I can ping that, which is good. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to use a right key. I copy that. I'm going to go back to my what? PuTTY. I'm going back to my PuTTY right now. Okay. What I'm going to use one of these old stuff I have here. Let's say I use something like a bunch of these. Let me remove these. These are delete, so you won't get confused. Delete. Okay. I'm going to pick something here as a ES2 like that. I'm going to do that, load that. But then when I'm going to paste my what IP address here. That's the correct one. I'm going to copy this, Control C, and I'm going to give a name here and paste it here, Control V. Okay. Then I'm going to set that instance as a first instance. Okay. East what? 1A. And I'm gonna save this. Okay, so I have that. I got the pub as an EC2-user at that and the SSH with that. Now the key is you gotta go make sure to SSH. You gotta go to authorization and point this to correct what? PPK. We're gonna see that when I go here. You gotta point it to where? PPK. Make sure it's PPK because that's the format you want. You don't want PM, you want this one. I'm going to say open. Then go up here, session, and click what? Save. So then I'm going to open it. Okay, so that now I'm connected. Okay, I'm connected to my what? Amazon AMI. All right. Again, I have a video how to use all of this if this is too hard for you guys. Okay, so I did all of this. Okay. Now, in order to get not confused with two windows, make sure you pay attention. So this one is what? Dot what? Trees. I mean 10.0.3. Okay. The other one with dot 1. Okay. So this is dot trees. So let me go back and do the other one. Same thing again. I go back to here. Right here. Let me minimize this. My PuTTY. My PuTTY is right here, okay? So this one was what? 1C. Actually, I picked 1C first. So I have to change that name. Be careful. So that's a 1C. See? Got 3 network right here. Now I'm going to highlight this. 1A. I'm going to copy this. So this is 1A right now. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to open new PuTTY again. Now I'm gonna go, let me fix the other one. I made a mistake. This is the first instance. I load that. So this is 1C. Let me just put 1C, not first instance. This is the old one I made a mistake. I'm fixing right now. Okay, so this is East 1C, save it. Okay, then I'm gonna paste the IPs I have for second one. Control V. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. Control C. Oops. Oh, I made a mistake. I gotta pick the what? Public IP address. So sorry about that. Let me go back to here. I gotta pick what? The public IP address, which is right here. Copy. Okay. Control V. Then here. This is for what? 1A. So I'm going to call it 1A. So I won't get confused. So actually, I'm copy Control C, Control V, and I call it East what? 1A. Then I save. Okay. Then I go down. Make sure this is pointing to my what? Right here. That's good. All right. So go back to here, session, Okay, I'm right here. This is 199 is 54 right here. I'm going to say open that. So this is going to 1010. I'm going to open. That's good. Now I have a two what instance. So don't get confused. This is 1A is right here, and the other one is what? The other one is right here. So you're not get confused. This is 3's. Okay. So that's the key things in my notes. That's what I mentioned right here. Okay, in order to not get confused with two windows, make sure you pay attention to private subnet 1001x right here and that. So I'm going to type this command. I'm going to put in root position performance. So it's sudo su. That's that one. It goes to the what? Root now. Same thing. Sudo what? Su. That goes to the root again. Okay. The next command is okay. So right now we have both of them. What we're going to do, we're going to type yum update -y. That's going to update all of my package for this one. Then I go to this one, yum update -y. So I do on both instances, okay? The next thing you want to do, according to my notes, I want to install Apache server. How do you do that? Yum install http -y. So just wait, this is finishing, okay? So let's say this is finished quickly. This is 90% approximately, okay? All right, so this is finished. Now I'm going to type in what? Yum install httpd -y. So that's installed the Apache, okay? That's good. Then I'm gonna go type in what? Service. Sorry about that. Service right here. httpd start. So I want to start my Apache web service, and it says okay right now here. So here I'm going to type again same command. Yum install httpd -y. So that's installing that, okay? After it's finished installing, then I'm going to type in what? Service httpd start. So right now I started on that, okay? So I did, this is the first one, 10.0.184, and this is the subnet 10.0.3 network. Okay, so that's why be careful whenever we do all of this again, okay? So let's continue now. Okay, now, so what we're going to do, we're going to continue what we have doing there. Let's go back to our nodes. When you look at the nodes right now, after I install these web server services, I can go and see, I have to see a directory. By default, it's going to create a directory var www.html. Okay, so let's go look at the directory what's inside here. So I'm going to say cd means change directory to this location. So I'm going to go to one of the instances, which one doesn't matter. Okay, right here. So I'm going to go to one of the instances right here. I'm right here. I'm going to say cd change directory to var, then www.html. Okay, so I see that right now at that directory HTML right now. When I type in ls, there's nothing there yet. Okay, eventually we're going to put something here too. So I just want to show you that this Apache would create this what do you call that, folder structure for us. Okay, the next thing you want to do, I said do same thing on the second one, which I've done that here, right here. I've done that, all that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a elastic load balance and call that EFS load balance and include these two instances, and make sure you want to pick correct security group as for those. So you got to pick whatever you pick was SSH and also default security group. I'm going to change the interval to 6 and the healthy threshold to 2 retry. Okay, so I'll go back to my console. I'll go back to here. So let's go back to clear here. Minimize all of that. I'm going to go back down, all the way down to load balancer. Okay, so I'm going to say create load balancer. Again, as you remember that we have a bunch of methods. We have application load balancer, we have network load balancer, and classic load balancer. I've done lab on the classic itself. I've done lab also application load balancer. Make sure you do that. Then later I'm going to do network load balancer later on. So I'm going to create this, okay? The name, I want to give it, let's be consistent. The name, I want to give it that. The name I'm going to give what? EFS, right here, EFS Elastic Load Balance, okay? So that's what I'm going to do right now. EFS Elastic Load Balance, okay? I'm going to pick correct what? VPC network 10 is right here. Then I come down, I have to add subnets, okay? Here's the key part. I want to pick which one. The one with what? See, I have this, which is public. This is a private. I don't want to pick this one. I want to pick this one, which is .3. I'm going to click add and what? And this is add. So add these two subnets, okay? And that's what I say in my notes, okay? And make sure, okay, include those two instances. So I go through the process. I said next security group. I'm going to use default and the one with what? SSH. So don't forget that, okay? So I need default SSH. Very important you pick a right what? Security group. Next, here's the load balancer. It's not secure because we not use HTTP. That's fine. Next, configure health check. Here, I'm going to have HTTP, all that. Then this one, I'm going to make it what? Let's make it 6 seconds. This says what? Amount of time between health checks. So I'm going to make it shorter. And this is what? Healthy threshold. Number of consecutive with a check success before clean is instant. So I'm going to make this shorter. Let's make it what? 3. So 6 and 3. Next, add instance. So make sure you add both what? Right here. This one, EFS 1C and that. Okay. So we have SSH and that. Again, if I go back to here, I want to make sure that I'm matching correctly. So let me go back to EC2. I'll go back to EC2. I'll go back to here. I want to make sure that my security group right here, see SSH and default. That's good. All right, so we are good to go. Okay, then I'm going to say next tag. I'm not going to put nothing here. Next review and then what? Create. All right, looks good so far. Okay. Then I'm going to close what? That. So right now is what? It's creating. Right now it says what? Out of service. Why is out of service? Because for health wise, I don't have nothing. See, for index.html, I have no index.html. That's why it says what? It says out of service. Okay, so that will come back later. So that's what I say in my notes. Give an interval of that and health to that, right? So on. We've done that. If I go to instance tab, I will see the status out of service since we have no index.html yet. Now go back to EFS and follow the instruction to do how to do mounting. In here, we want to mount what? EFS. So I go back to my EFS right here. Here's the key part here. I go back to services. I go back to what? EFS. You come down. I click this EFS website. You come down. See, this is available right here. Now here's the instruction. This is a key import. Amazon EC2 mount instruction. I click this guy. Okay. Now if you don't see this, something wrong with your security, because I've done that. Your security has to match. Okay. So right now my everything is okay. Now no need to do none of this because I already have this part. So all I have to do, this one they say create EFS, but what I'm going to copy this. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. Okay, and that's what I paste it to one of the instance. So I'm trying to mount that. Okay, I do not need to do these steps, so I don't have to do what? These guys. I don't have to do this because the one I pick in Amazon it has done that, so I don't have to do that. All I have to do is copy this section right here. So I'm going to copy this. Okay, this is the instruction we have to do that. Okay. So if you get this message, there's another message you might get that your Amazon VPC is not correct, configure, enable, blah, blah, blah. You have to follow this and make sure DNS is correct, okay? Now, so what I'm going to do here, but what I'm going to do instead of EFS directory, I'm going to put what? var that so on. So I'm going to put this section on that. So I'm going to go to one of them. Doesn't matter which one. I'm going to go to, let's say the one with 1. I right click and paste. Oops, sorry about that. So let me go back again here. I'm going to copy this, Control C, copy. I right click, paste. Now here, instead of that EFS, I'm going to put what? /var/www/ HTML. I'm going to mount it onto this directory. Okay, I press enter. So let's hope that's going to work. All right, it did work. I'm glad it works. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm mounting my EFS on this directory. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, okay, after doing that, now if you paste above command and does not work, it takes time. If it takes time, you need to go back and make sure both instance, make sure you have added default security group inside EFS, which I've done that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I want to go to one of these instances, for example this one, and I'm going to create a what? I go back to that directory. I'm going to type in what? nanoindex.html, because so I'll go back here. I said I'm at the HTML right now, right here, right there. Okay, so I'm going to say nanoindex.html. So that goes right here, and then what I'm going to say, I'm going to make it bigger so you guys can see it. I'm going to say that this is my website that I created via what? EFS. Okay, then I use what? Control X to get out of that. Then say, do you want to save it? I'm going to say what? Yes. Y to what? Save it. Okay, file name to right to save it, press enter. I press enter. So I saved that. All right, now watch this, what's going to happen after that. Okay, write something on that. I've done that. Okay, now when I go to next instance, I will see the index.html2. So let me go to next. Okay, now when I go to next instance, if I type in change directory var www.html, then I type in ls. Now I see my index.html. So same thing that I type it here. So I'm going to type in what? Nano space index dot what? HTML. I'm going to see same result here too also. Okay, so exact same copy of that is going to be written here. That's why as you see that both of EFS is located on both what? Both these files located on both instances. That's the difference between that and the volume. So I'm going to come out of that. I'm going to use Control X, get out of that. Okay, now what are we going to do after this? We're going to go back to my notes. Okay, now what are we going to do? Now when I go back to next instance, I see the index items with same content. Okay, now so I have a mounted EFS on the directory of those. Now if I go back to my elastic load balance and I copy paste a long DNS now. So let me go to elastic load balance right now, make sure everything's okay. So I'll go back to that one. I am at the elastic load balance right here on the left side. If I come here, I click refresh. Now this is description and this is instance tab. Now both of them is in service. Remember before it was out of service because it could not, this instance did not have an index.html, but this one has index.html and this one has a what? Index.html. So life is good. All right, so this is that one. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to description and I copy this long DNS name. I'm going to right click, copy or go to. So this is elastic load balancer. That taking me to same page again. See that? When I click here, it changed that. Same thing again. Okay, so that means it's working good. All right, so again, if I go back to ELB and copy that long DNS name, I should see the content index. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Route 53 and create area code with alias and point to elastic load balancers. That means let's say I have a domain name like hamidtest100.com. I'm going to point, I create an alias and a record to that. So instead of memorize this long DNS name, the people would go here. So let me go back there. I'll go back to my DNS right now. I'll go back to Route 53. I already bought the domain name right here. When I go here, I already have one domain name right here. The default, when you buy domain name, again, you can purchase a domain name too. If you like to purchase, all you have to do, create a host name, and you go back here, register domain name first, you go to the process. See, I have a domain name right now here already. Okay, so I'm going to click here. Then by default, you're going to get two records, NS record, name server, and start of authority record. But what I'm going to create a record set. Okay, in here I'm going to put nothing. Then I'm going to put alias, right? Then I'm going to click here. I'm going to wait until I see my what? Elastic load balance will show up right here. Later on in my videos, this will be a static website S3, or later on I'm going to do lab CloudFront distribution. See right now, see it shows up right here. It's right here. All right, so here, see Elastic, I'm going to click this guy. Okay, that's the name that we have, and create that. So that means instead of memorizing this whole what long name, which is right here, I can type in what? I can type in this name if I can find it. Oops, whatever. Hamed test 100. So I'm going to copy this. Then we're going to try it. Go to. See, right now it's working. Okay, so this is that. So everything working good. So let me summarize everything. Okay, so here's a summary. Okay, here are the difference between EBS, EFS, and S3. Okay, what that is, Amazon EFS is a file storage. Amazon EBS is what? Block level storage, and Amazon S3 is what? Object storage service. That's a big difference between all of that is, okay? And again, as I mentioned that right here, the key thing when I summarize it, let me go back to here. EFS is elastic and it is scalable. The storage capacity will increase by or decrease as you add a file to it. So it is not like volume that you start with this large size, okay? EFS is storage for option for EC2, can be attached to more than one instance. That's what we did. See, we attached it to 2 instances. And remember that volume can only be attached to what? 1 instance. So that's a big difference, okay? Again, it can scale up to the higher number and supports what? EFS. So that concludes our video for this section. Again, if you have a question or comment, you can go to our website, www.asmed.com/L. L means landing page. When you come here, that take you to we have Amazon courses. When you go to Amazon courses, we have a bunch of courses. We have AWS Essential, we have the Cisco integration, we have Amazon architecture, we have a developer, and also SysOp. Now also if you go to right here blogs, you're going to see all of these inside the blogs. We have under Amazon AWS, we have a bunch of blogs in our website, and let's say this is what Amazon S3 notification, Elastic, all of that. And when you click on the blogs, you're going to see all my notes. These are the notes. You see pictures, you're going to see all the notes, everything, and also you're going to see a video on top of that. So if you have a question, comment, give us a call back at this number, 301-984-7400, or fill up this form. Again, thanks so much and have a good day. Bye-bye.